Everyone, welcome back to another video. So today we are again in the Persian Gulf. It is a beautiful night, and we are going to conduct some strike missions on some scud emplacements. I am going to need... No, that's not what I want. I want NVGs. Ground crew... Yeah, NVGs, please.
Copy. NVG installed.
Alright, cool. And I want to know what NVGs are. They're called goggles. Toggle goggles. You know, let's give it a button for now. Our pilot salute, okay, down. Okay, cool. Let's try that out real quick. Awesome. Get off the blower. Oh, please don't say that that's all broken. Alright, well, we'll just go back into our thing. We'll take off again. Jeez. I'm not doing well today. Broke the landing gear right off the bat. It's pretty impressive. Oh boy. No, 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 no. I think we totally, like, ruined this. Alright, well, stand by. Stand by. I do apologize. Typically, I'm a little bit more... Typically, I am a little bit better at this. So let me go ahead. Can I have to kill the dedicated server? I have a 50% chance of killing... I didn't kill it. I killed the right thing. Alright, cool. I had a 50% chance of killing the wrong thing there. And I do apologize. Typically this goes so much better. So we need to find my server. Yep, nope. Back in. There we go. All right, cool. All right. So we are doing a hot start because I've run into some bug recently with DCS Liberation where it'll make me wait. We want parrot menu, we want ground crew, and we want helmet mounted device, NVG. It is nighttime.
Copy.
Alright,
NVG installed.
turn our flashlight on here, turn our floodlights up a second. Alright, turn all that stuff on. Off. We're all set. Now we're good. We're gonna pull out a blower. And we need to get up to altitude. So what is our altimeter set for? Okay, perfect. Probably turn our floodlights on just a touch here. Our lights are off. So we are doing an air-to-ground strike today on, what are they? They are scuds. So there are still several scud emplacements, and I can show you the map here, so that we're all on the same page. So there are several scud emplacements. Maybe I can get it to show up here. It's not going to show me, huh? Okay, cool. So the scud emplacements are over here somewhere. So we're going to go hunting for those today. Let's put the autopilot on. And it's nighttime, so there's not going to be a lot to show. I mean, I can do an F3, but again, faint outline of an airplane and the sound of one. We'll turn this on. But that's not going to be very useful either. So what we're going to do, we're going to continue to increase our altitude. We're warming up our JDAMs, and that's kind of the plan. We're over the ocean right now, so there's like absolutely nothing out here. There's no lights, no nothing. Well, actually, I can see, it looks like Orion right there. Yeah, so maybe DCS does have accurate constellations. We need to lower our angle of attack, otherwise we're going to run into a stall. We also need our FLIR on. We are going to want that. we got going on? We have these guys. We want target of opportunity, defuse for instant. We need to make sure that everything is target of opportunity. Okay, very good. And then this, we want the flare. We got everything else on and ready to go. Headed a decent direction. Just like it. Center line tank, which we'll drop here in a moment. Plan for today is we're going to hit those targets and then we are going to make our way back to LAR to refuel, because it's going to be we're going to be closer to LAR than anything else. Yeah, we definitely don't want the TV. We don't want the CCD sensor. We want the infrared. Set our bingo to 9. Feel bad because there's really not anything to see here. I mean, we can kind of see my instrument panel. Although it's interesting, I don't have the radar up. I do not have the attack radar up like it's showing us. It's cool that they have the detail, but it's not quite right. It's all right. fuel tank. I don't think you'll be able to see it falling, but yeah. Nothing. I can turn my lights back on, I guess. I can look at my lights. I think I can probably... Alright, give me electronic warfare. I want to know what's going on. I think this is a Scuds launching. I don't think this is a threat to me directly. Yep. Okay, so we can see, kind of. Those are our Scuds. Alright, so let's, that's good. So we gotta hit at least these three guys here. It's pretty good. 1 minute to drop. Seconds. There. Alright, we are in range. So, pickle. 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 Additional one for good measure. I'm gonna go ahead and start turning off to the right. me I screwed this up. What happened there? It's like we hit stuff. I think we missed that guy, but it looks like we hit 1, 2. Maybe he got away. That's looking pretty good though. Alright, we need to get out of here. That's where we want to go. So we're headed back to LAR. We're going to rearm for LAR. See if we can see the, if we can see what we hit. I was hoping I could see, like, oh, can't see anything. Awesome. Okay, let's tell Lar that we're inbound. If we can. Apparently we can't. That's fine. Where are we? Okay, we're over here. We got a little ways to go. LAR is over here. That is what? 109? All right. I think we're technically in enemy territory right now. So our front line should be over here where these Harriers are. That is what? 91? That would be like here. I don't see anything yet. We must be too far away. So, let's see if there's anything on our... We should have data link up, right? Nope, we totally didn't. I'm an idiot. Alright, cool. So we do have one guy over here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna head back to LAR, which is over here. And so the bad guy is probably over here. We already hit our target, which is all good. And we'll grab some AMRAAMs, some fuel. And we'll take care of some of the folks flying out of, I'm assuming they're coming out of Shiraz International. There should be stuff coming out of Kerman as well, but not 100% certain what that looks like. And then you have the F-16s, you know, they're coming in as well. So we're gonna go ahead and try to figure this thing out here. We're going fast enough, that's fine. Probably gonna want to descend our altitude soon too. Still got a lot of fuel, which is okay. But we have no weapons. Probably get rid of the flare pod as well when we get to the ground. That? Ah, okay, so that's our front line. Yep. There probably should be a laser. There is a JTAC. Probably too far away for the laser. The JTAC should be. We want to go. Do that to me. Fine. There should be a JTAC over there somewhere. right in front of me. At 111. Maybe that's it right there. Yeah, that's definitely a runway. This is a lot harder at night. That looks like a Patriot. No, that's not a Patriot. That is a workshop. Okay. That's the Patriot battery there, right in the middle. I think that's also a Patriot battery. There's some kind of anti-air here and here. Alright, let's keep moseying on over to the right. I want to go to radar altimeter. This is not my greatest landing, but we'll make it. I don't have the anti-skid on. Oh no. Get back on the runway. Forgot to turn anti-skid on. That is a problem. this is bad. Yep. Yep. I think I died. No, I'm still alive, technically, I guess, but yeah. Don't do that. Alright. Well, we do have a F-16 for just this occasion. So yeah, it's important to make sure that you check yourself for landing. This is why I don't have a real pilot's license. Let's, I gotta plug myself back in here. All right. Just reset track IR. Guess open track. All right, cool. So let's so this one actually we need to get the helmet mounted device. NVGs. Thank you. We can get started while we're waiting for them. Nope.
NVG installed.
Gotta get my RPMs over 20. Alright, we're good there. Let's get the floodlights up a little bit here. Cool. Alright, we got all that going here. Gotta turn our hard points on. Probably don't need that. Well, let's keep it on for now, because I can't see crap. Alright. No, I don't need that, because we already have NVGs. Turn that on. Semi-auto there. Let's turn on our radios. Back end down. Category 3, our brakes are all set. Let's turn on link 16. What is my loadout? Oh, sorry. Oh. Okay, cool. Should have just looked at my stores, but that's alright. So we have fuel, CB105s, AMRAAMs. Okay, we're good to go. Let's turn on nose wheel steering. Where is my lantern here, or my light? Taxi light, there we go. technically, I think, a runway. This is good enough, I guess. Yeah, we are rearm. Well, we did rearm. I crashed my F-18, and now we're in F-16. And I crashed because I very stupidly was doing carrier operations and then landed on a land base and forgot to turn on anti-skid. It was magical. We'll go with that. We'll go with magical. But now we're gonna go after some Scud launchers in an F-16. We've got CBU 105s. Yeah, oops is correct. Yes, yes. It was. It's all right. We're learning. We're having fun. That's all that matters. That and that I'm not in the Navy, so I don't think that they can court-martial me for stupidly crashing an airplane. So that's also a positive. Not have waypoints? I should have waypoint. Been watching all of my videos. Well, I apologize. I hope that you think that I'm a lot better than I was on some of my earlier stuff, because oh boy, some of that's pretty bad. But I do appreciate that you're watching. I really do. Alright. Steer point 3, 4, okay. Glad that you think I've gotten better. When I first started, I legitimately had no idea what I was doing. And I totally forgot to do this, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this here. I need electronic, please. There we go. Alright. So we got an F-18 up in front of us, which is fine. I probably need to turn on... No, that's on. And we've got all these guys on too, right? Yep. Okay, so we have Link 16 going. The million-dollar question is... where is the next steer point that we want to go to? I do want my fleur. We're gonna need that. We are gonna need that. Actually, and we're gonna want to turn these things on too. So let's go ahead and set our attitude hold, not our altitude hold. Let's go soy on this guy. Whoops. Alright, cool. Targeting pod. Yeah, so I have been playing combat sims, I don't think as long as you. I think the first combat simulator that I played was Microsoft Combat Simulator, which was a you're probably familiar with it, but it was Warbirds in the Pacific Theater. I missed out on a lot of the like Falcon 4.0. Boy, I really screwed this airplane up. That's all right. We're gonna make it work. And it's night, so of course it's fabulous that I've really screwed the INS system up. Yeah. So yeah, the Liberation software is kind of weird. I'm happy to make a tutorial on it, but they change it. It feels like they change the Liberation software a lot on me. It's like every major revision they completely change something. All right, I want white hot. Yeah, white hot. 3,500 hours. Okay, on Falcon. Yeah, that's impressive. I tried to do Falcon BMS, so I really tried to do it. I installed everything. It was, you know, working-ish. And one of the things I ran into was that there was this issue that I ran into where it was like everything was flickering. No idea why. No, it you know, by all means it shouldn't be flickering, but it was completely unplayable on this system. So DCS it is. Yeah, it is definitely easier. I would agree with you. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it. We'll just do air to air for now. Turn into this guy. Although I really destroyed the poor INS system, so I'm not 100% certain what we're doing here with in-flight alignment. It's probably the worst thing that I've ever done. This is the worst startup I've ever had, that's for sure. I probably, you know, let's just get a different airplane. I know that that's not the best way of doing things, but that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna actually do in-flight alignment, or not in-flight, on-ground alignment, INS alignment. All right, what is that? There we go. So I have an RTX 3090, not the Ti, just the 3090. And it's still, you know, I do have to run Liberation as a dedicated server on my own computer in order for this to go. All right, really? So I ran into this bug the other day. Maybe it's not a bug. Maybe it's just because I'm not great at this. But sometimes, every once in a while, if I am just a fraction too early on the starter, so for instance, if this isn't just perfectly beyond 20 RPM and I uncage the throttle, the engine won't start. F-19, so yeah, I've honestly never heard of that. Never heard of that one. Okay, now we're starting up. Let's turn all this stuff on. Stored heading alignment. Boy, that is a warn. Yes, I know. We need NVGs, don't we? We do.
Copy.
You know, we were gonna do... Yeah, we can still attack scuds, I don't really care. Alright. We can close this. Turn this stuff on. We don't have symbology, so it doesn't matter. We're gonna turn on our radios. I don't have a jammer pod, but I do want that for Link 16. We'll just turn our lights off for now. Actually, I want formation lights. Okay, that's good. We're all set there. We're all set there. Oxygen's on. We now need to wait for INS. Alright, cool. And bingo will be, I don't know, 3,900. Cool. Let's get out of that. I'm much better in the Hornet. But that's only because I think it was my first module. This was the second module. INS is what? 6? Cool. Alright, we're ready. It says navigation. We can turn off our thing. Actually, we've got to have floodlights in here, right? Not. Good enough. Let's turn this guy down just a touch. And nose wheel steering, and let's get out of here. So I played Jane's Fleet Command of all things. Like that was kind of my first foray into military sims. I was really big into RTSs when I was younger. I'm not as big into them now, although I do still play occasionally. One of the games I played a lot was Civilization, and it's really funny because let's get out of this. I played Civilization a ton when I was in the army, especially in garrison, because I get stuck on something like staff duty. And it's a 24-hour shift, and of course it's like on a weekend, so it's already time that you would have normally been off. And I would, they'd let us bring our laptops or whatever, and so you could just play a game for hours, and you'd be okay. Alright, so we're up now. Let's do this the right way now. I'm gonna turn off to the right. That looks nice. I say the lighting effects on the Persian Gulf map are pretty good, right? Alright, cool. Let's not crash into the ground. Cat 3. Forgot to do that. C-130. Oh, that's very cool. I was in the Army from 2011 to 2016, as I think I got out. I only did one enlistment contract. I did it like, I graduated from college with a degree in biochemistry and then didn't know what to do with myself, so I ended up being a human intelligence collector in the Army. So absolutely nothing to do with aviation. It was an interesting time for me. Yeah, most of the people that I enlisted with were, you know, fresh out of high school. And there was actually like two cohorts, right? There was like the folks just out of high school, and then there were the other folks that wanted to like pay off their college. So they had like college debt. And I was in neither group. I was fortunate enough to have had my college paid for, so I didn't have any debt or student loans or anything. But I also wasn't like fresh out of college. And then I was endlessly made fun of for not going to OCS. That was like a thing that I had my entire 5 years. Yeah, I totally should have done it, you know, in hindsight. But when I was, I don't know, when I had gotten out of college, I really didn't want to end up in like a lab again. I was like tired of being in a lab, and one of the things that everyone kept saying was, oh, you could, you know, go into like a chemical type thing, and I really didn't want to do that. And the only way that I could like guarantee that I wasn't going to do that was to enlist, and so I did that. Even though, you know, hindsight is that one of the things I learned about the Army is that they're not that smart, right? So I probably wouldn't have ended up in one of those positions. One of my favorite stories, and this is 100% true. This is third-hand knowledge, but so I had some buddies, and they were in Afghanistan, and they were told, hey, we're gonna send you some linguists, and they were very excited because they were gonna get linguists, crypto linguists for, you know, signals intelligence, and so they got these guys, and they sent over these guys, like fresh out of the crypto linguist school, had gone to DLI and everything else, and the first question they asked was like, hey, so what language, you know, did you learn in DLI? Was it like Pashtun or Arabic? And they came back and they said it was Korean. So, you know, had I known that was kind of the situation, I probably would have played things out a little differently. Okay, yeah, so all the jets shooting at you, yeah, so I totally agree. So if you do set up, if you make your own missions, you have a little bit of leeway on how many things come after you. With Liberation, it's nice because it kind of makes like a theater. So it's not like 100 AI, all air-to-air, all coming at you. It feels a little bit more like an actual battle space. I mean, obviously it doesn't feel like a real battle space because you don't have the, you know, the radio communication, you don't have the, you know, you're not going to get call for fires or anything like that. Like those things don't exist. But you're not going to necessarily just get owned because you have, you know, 30 aircraft that are targeting you and you need to run away. So I do recommend it. So we need to get our targeting pod set up. Oh, we also probably need to align our bombs. That's an important one. Put our master arm on. I want air to ground, please. Thank you. Power on. Targeting pod. We definitely want white hot. Yep. Yep. So we want like narrow. It is just impossible to see anything. It's just magical. This is why I don't like night missions. Although this is probably when you would actually be attacking things. We got for fuel. We're doing good on fuel. That's good. We'll want to get a little higher. 15. Let's go attitudinal for a bit. But yeah, I can't say, like, I can't give a better glowing review for DCS Liberation. It is 100% worth the price of admission, and since it's open source software, the price of admission is almost nothing. You know, time, I guess. Alright, so on my weapons, I also need to make sure that we do Viz. This isn't the Hornet, so that will be important later. Alright. That's just sky. Okay. Still have a little ways to go on all this. Alright. Let us continue. What's our altitude? 22? We need to get higher. We definitely need to get higher. The downside with the F-16s, you don't have enough. Well, you have a lot of fuel, but you don't have tons of it. So you gotta get high so that you can get that fuel economy. Yes, data link is working. Yes, that is important. So I've learned that you have to turn mids to on, and then you have to turn this master to norm, and then you have to push link 16 there. Even if you have XMIT off, that just means that I'm not contributing to the pool. The one thing that I wish they had implemented, and they won't, because you and I, you know, you doing what you've done in the past and I doing what I've done in the past, we both know that they're not going to be able to do it, but I really want the fill. Like, I want the experience of a dropped fill in the middle of doing something, and all the radio encryption. That would be fun. It'd just be another headache, right? Having the radio, or like your IFF or something, just, you know, just magically, just one day just stop working. Ran into that a lot with radios. Yeah, so Check's Guide is really good. I don't read the manual as much as I should. That should be incredibly obvious based on how I play this game. Yeah, TS clearance was nice, yes. People don't believe me when I tell them that a lot of the stuff that's TS is incredibly boring. It's usually type, like, specifications for things. It's usually not, you know, Tom Clancy stuff. You know, who killed Kennedy and some other conspiracy theory stuff. It's usually really boring. People don't usually believe me when I tell them that. Okay. Where are we at? We're Gonna get some more speed. We still got a ways to go to this target. Unfortunately, so what I can show you the map here. So unfortunately, so one of the things that was implemented in DCS Liberation, which is good, is you have squadrons in each of the different bases. So you can have, you know, so Bandar Abbas, you can have a bunch of different squadrons, and you have a total number of aircraft that you can put here. And then, you know, the same over here, and then Lar Air Base, which is over here somewhere, or maybe it's over here, I'm not 100% certain. Probably over here. You can only have like 5 aircraft, which means I can't move a single set of, I can't move any of my squadrons over there because they're all over 5 aircraft. And you can't make like a 5 aircraft squadron and just move it over there after the fact. Historically, prior to version 5, I believe, you could do individual aircraft at a base, and so you could like take off from Lar, and then you'd be like right there. But now you can't. You've got to kind of, because our front line is so far up, and we don't have an air base that can support us, we have to fly a significant distance. That's interesting with all the cryptic. Yeah, you were in an EC 130, so that would have been probably a pretty big deal with all the electronic warfare stuff. I was in like Humdy Dumbies with like BLUEFOR trackers, and that stuff never worked. Or at least I felt like it didn't work very often. Yeah, that makes sense from a signals intelligence standpoint. I did not do much with signals. I had a lot of friends that did. So like when I went through training, we went to the Defense Language Institute, and there were usually one of two different types of folks there. Either the cryptolinguists, who were SIGINT folks, and that was for all the branches. I remember there were a lot of Air Force folks that were like flight crew. I think they called them zipper-suited sun gods or something like that. So we had some of those folks, and then we also had the Navy and the Army and the Marines. And then the other folks that would show up would be like the human folks like myself. But I distinctly remember so the Air Force folks, they would go to like a flight crew training before they would show up, and so they would already have that qual, and so that was like the name that they had. Yeah, no, I'm fine. It's unfortunately a chronic cough that never will go away. Luckily, it is allergy related and not anything else. I've had it ever since I was a kid. It gets worse in the evening when my allergy medication's wearing off, and then I take a dose before I go to bed, and then it's usually a lot better. Ooh, we might be getting close. think we see baddies. Those look like baddies right there. And it looks like these guys are committing on me, so that's always exciting. Oh, this might be fun. So they're at Angels, what, 6? They're at Angels 20. I don't... How much time do we have before we get to that point? You're here to ground, right? Yeah. Okay. I'm just more concerned I'm gonna get shot. Let's see here. So that's... I think that's as close as I can get, right? Yeah, that's as close as I can get. Wow, that's... I need to adjust that sensitivity later. Alright. So that point track, what does that give me? How much... I'm still a long ways away. Okay, that's always exciting. Oh, they're going away from me. Actually, where are we? We're over here. I think we have anti-air. That's we're almost at the end of the sphere of influence, aren't we? Should have a zoom for the lantern. So I don't know how to do that. So I've got my, you know, I got narrow, wide. I know how to do it in the Hornet, because they've got like a thing on the side here. Is it range, maybe? No, that didn't do it. I mean, I can tell that these are Scud launchers. There's 3 of them. They look like little trucks. I do know that, right? So like I do know that that is a Scud. But I don't know why. Yeah, I agree with you. There probably should be a way for me to zoom in, but God knows if I know how to do it. Mine's on my throttle. I only have my axis for my eyes, I guess, set up. Yeah, well, should be good enough for now, I guess. We'll soldier on, at least for this, and then I'm gonna have to double check that later. You have the warthog. Yeah, I've got the, I'm using the wind wing. I have 2 wind wing throttles, one for the Hornet and one for the F-16. And then I 3D printed a enclosure with magnets so that I can like pop them off and on. Oh, we may actually not get harassed. This will be great. We may actually not get shot at. It looks like our boys are taking care of whatever that is. Yeah, I did have to wait a long time. I do understand the pain. Looks like we're about in zone here. Alright, let's drop some bombs. That'll be the first one. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. I don't think I got anything left. Yeah, we're all set. Let's get out of here before we get shot. And let's put our targeting pod back there. It's our fuel state. We are 8.8. It's a bad day to be over there. Well, it looks like we actually armed it, so that's always positive. Is the wind-wing throttle good? So yes, I do like the throttle. I don't have the stick, so I don't have a wind-wing stick. I have a is it VKB, the gunfighter ultimate thing? But yes, the wind-wing throttle is good. So I have both the version 1 and the version 2. So the version 1 is what I'm using right now. It's because I have the F-16 POTAS thing, throttle handle attached to it. And then the version 2, I have the Hornet handles attached to it, and they both are very good. They're, you know, relatively high levels of construction. I would say that the version 2, which is the version that you would probably buy, is a little bit superior to version 1. Version 1 has a lot more plastic, and like things are kind of like glued on a little bit more, and then the version 2, it's not nearly as much. It's a lot different. But it is definitely very nice. They're very high quality. I've not had any problems with them. The only nitpick that I have is that they're a pain in the butt to open. So if you did need to service it yourself for any reason, there are a gazillion screws, and if you're not paying attention, like one of the designs that, I guess the design things that they've done is that they use like a nut and then a screw that goes down through it, and then that nut is just kind of like sitting in like an indentation, or like in a, I guess, a spot for it. And if you're not paying attention, like all of a sudden that thing falls off and now it's rattling around, and then you have to go hunting for it. Oh boy. Someone's mad at me, huh? Who's mad at me? Who's spiking me? That must be a search radar or a SAM site or something. Track radar, maybe. Yeah, probably one of these guys. I'll continue to just fly away. Yeah, that's great. I'm glad that you like it. Yeah, I'm definitely moving away. I think so. I think it's these guys down here. I think these are anti-air. They shouldn't have much left. There were missions ahead of time that should have suppressed a lot of that. Alright, we're gonna go back to altitude hold here. Look at a lot of fuel. That's good. And also, just for your awareness, if I'm looking off to the left, that's because I'm trying to read the chat. I've got a laptop open. I have not yet gotten to the art of live streaming to figure out how to put it like on the sides of my screen without it really messing everything up. Yes, I know the dispense is ready. F-16, I get it. Okay. We can land at Lar, but I don't really want to. Let's head back. See where we are. We're over here. Lar is to the south, right? Yeah, we can land at Lar if we want to, but Bandabara Boss is over here. 40 miles versus 100. We can go to Lar. We can go to Lar. 192. It's kind of getting late out here anyway. See if we can land.
In field 1-1, inbound.
I'm being spiked for an incredibly long amount of time. Okay. I was gonna say, I'm a little suspicious that that wasn't a bug. Because I don't see anything even on data link. Okay. There we go. Come on. Go. Alright, how far away are we?
1-1, request navigation assistance.
So you're using VR, so you know, what VR are you using? What's your experience with it? I've struggled with VR with this. I have the HTC Vive 2, I want to say, or Vive Pro 2, or whatever the heck it is. By. Oh, I guess that's the place, huh? That's where we're going. Put out my air brakes here. We've got a lot of potential energy, which is going to turn into kinetic pretty fast. At least they turned the lights on for us. Definitely going to turn our landing lights on. This is the airbase I crashed at last time. Hopefully we can do this not with the crashing part. we're not going to fly a pattern only because there's no traffic. None of the AI should be landing here or doing anything around here. And also, I'm feeling a little lazy this evening. And let's break this down a little bit. We're at 6,000, 4,000. What's my speed? 3 something. Yeah, I do. Yes, I do know that I need to not slam this thing into the ground. I've learned that. We go ahead and bring our landing gear, or not our landing gear, speed brake in. We do need to get a little more to the left. Get the path marker on the bottom of the runway here. We're at 200. Okay, that's not bad.
Airfield 1-1. Check landing gear. Wind 215 at 6 meters per second. Runway 27.
We're gonna have to speed up a little bit. That's okay. Oh, that's a little more than I wanted to, but that's okay. We didn't die. Not dying is good. And I'm not skidding out of control. That's always positive as well. We'll call that a success.
Airfield 1-1. Taxi to parking area.
Yes, another happy landing. Yeah, the G2 sounds pretty good. Yeah, I'm also using the dedicated server as well. Alrighty, folks. Well, I am gonna have to go for the evening. It is kind of late here, and thank you very much for watching. And we'll hopefully catch you next time. And you know, at least we didn't crash at the very end. So, ending on a solid note. Have a good evening.